STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel.
Champions.
So, Bitcoin 22 is going on in Miami.
23.
23, there we go.
You're missing them. You're missing them, that's why.
Listen, man, I think...
You're still thinking of last year.
I just lost track of time, man. To be honest with y'all, life is just cruising, man. Everything is smooth, okay? These days, I'm just focused on the mission ahead. I'm not even counting time.
Zero distractions.
Because all the time is ours, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ours to accomplish all the greatness that we have in our minds. Every idea that comes to mind, we'll accomplish it in due time. So we're not really counting time. Now, with that being said, I do miss Bitcoin 22. And that is happening again this year. I do not really feel like going this year, to be honest. But I'm not going to lie, I did want to be in Miami. You know what I mean? Two different things. It's not that I did not feel like going. But then again, I was just in Miami when I went for my cruise.
Yeah. You've been there twice this year already?
Yeah, I've been there like twice this year in Miami.
Yeah.
Have I been there? Yeah. Anyway, I got to go a third time. Listen, as the Bitcoin 22 conference is going on, it seems that this situation has evolved from what it used to be. From people just coming as vendors to just shield your coins, right? To a point where we had clowns like Mr. Wonderful. To uneducated people like I almost said Cathy Schiff. I mean Cathy Woods. Oh man,
we have Serena Williams on the show. We have people in the sport industry.
You know what I mean? People that just, you know what I mean? I get it, man. Much respect to their field. But it just did not seem like these were people that I wanted to go learn about Bitcoin from. Because it did not seem like there were people that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Could
teach you about Bitcoin.
Nope.
But as we later on found out, Mr. Wonderful was just a shilling person. Now,
FTX.
This time around though, what is happening, I think, is indicative of what is coming to the Bitcoin space. And I think that this is further proof that Bitcoin is winning. We have presidential candidates showing up to the Bitcoin conference. This thing is taking a political turn. Bitcoin Magazine has some articles here. We see Robert Kennedy Jr. makes campaign debut at Bitcoin 23. Campaign debut at Bitcoin 23. Free money.
Are you speaking French or are you speaking English? Campaign debut.
Campaign debut. You know, debut is a French word, right?
Yeah, but when you debut something, you're saying, okay, I'm going.
Debut. It means a startup. The kickoff.
Yeah, but we call it debut.
Who?
Okay, continue.
Who calls it this way?
Me, I do.
Sir, please, you and the whatever group of people that are calling it that way, yeah, might want to go back and go and,
all right.
You know what I mean? Listen, man. I cannot believe that I'm going down this line right now.
Let's continue. Kennedys are back.
Cameroon, unfortunately, was colonized by the English.
And the French.
And the French.
And the Portuguese.
So we know the people that know the original language. We know both languages.
You debut something.
So yes. So take it as a matter of fact, the English don't even know English anymore. So please take this moment to realize that there are some word in English, okay, that you guys are using incorrect. For example, it's trousers, not pants, because pants is underwear. And you cannot use the word underwear because your singlet and your pants and your pants.
You just said singlet.
Underwear. Exactly. What is it called? It's not a wife beater. You guys are mad. It's not. That's not what it is.
Singlet.
It's called a singlet.
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
This is why Bitcoin is very important. Yeah.
Come on now. This is, man. Let's not go down that route. Let's go back to Bitcoin. We go. We use kicked off instead of debut. Okay, but it's debut. Kicked off his campaign. All right. Free money is as important as free expression, he says. That is incredible.
Liberty.
But he's not the other one there. We see Tulsi Gabbard. I feel like she just kind of rolled into it because it fits her persona or her approach in politics right now.
Just always pushing against.
Yeah, lucky her. So Tulsi Gabbard describes how a US CBDC threatens freedom.
We all know that. Do you know that?
Yeah, we know that. Why is she coming to Bitcoin conference to come and explain something that everybody in that room already knows, man? I think this is a missed opportunity. You should be saying this on the trail. Why are you coming to tell this to Bitcoiners? We already know this. But it's cool to have her in the building.
Yeah.
Furthermore, we see the government of Governor Ridwan Kamil and the Samson Mo describe the future of Bitcoin in Indonesia. So Indonesian government also recognizing this Bitcoin 22 conference. This is significant for Bitcoin. I think that this is clearly stating that there is massive plans for Bitcoin globally. And I think for the next cycle of presidential elections, Bitcoin is going to end up being a bit of a major
part of the
talking piece. Yes. Yeah. Of this situation.
And you know what's funny? It's also around the next cycle.
The Bitcoin halving. Yes. The Bitcoin halving coming through.
Imagine that
2024.
Same time, right?
Yeah.
I find it quite interesting though. On the presidential campaign kickoff debuts.
Mm-hmm.
Future President Kennedy.
Yeah.
Imagine I'm saying future president. Or presidential candidate Kennedy.
I actually think Trump is going to be the one.
Hey, who knows? Trump hasn't said anything about Bitcoin lately.
Him or DeSantis.
Trump hasn't said anything about getting your freedoms back, even though he's fighting for it in a different way. He's not going to be accepting Bitcoin.
Yeah.
For his presidential campaign.
Yeah.
But I'm always looking for pointers. There's a little bottle in front of him with a P with the little strike. I'm like, do you have a presidential campaign token? Why can't we just send you Bitcoin? You see that little P bottle?
Yes, I'd like to actually just stop that. I think you should I would like to pause that train of thought there, because you know what that is? This is why I'm saying I want to stop that train of thought there. Yeah. Because you know what that is?
Yeah.
That is the same thing as that day when we were on Twitter and people saw our logo and started assuming it was an NFT, even though it's not an NFT. True. So I'll just leave that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was watching the show on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
I also got into some Twitter space about all of this. Mm-hmm. And it's really good. It's really refreshing to see the non-shelling and all these companies trying to sell their product at the Bitcoin conference this year.
Yeah.
And we're actually talking about what matters, which is freedom.
Yeah.
Which is ability for you to store your value. So some of the concerns though of people is that with all these politicians, politicians make a lot of promise, but they never deliver.
Of course.
With that, will they deliver? Not that they're trying to shield the rest of us, that they are big proponents of Bitcoin.
That is a very good point. Even though for me personally, I don't think my perspective on that is, I don't think it matters if they deliver or not.
Yep.
I think all of this is good advertisement for Bitcoin.
Yep.
And the more they push it, it just keeps becoming a bigger and bigger topic for everyone to start
paying attention to. Yep.
Bitcoin, this is something that literally at some point you spoke about it to people and everyone was just like, it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam.
Yep.
Right now, you have presidential candidates talking about Bitcoin and literally considering it a valid point to their success. I don't know what else there is to say about that if people still don't think this is legit or something to be taken serious.
If they still listen to Warren Buffett.
Yeah, listen to Warren Buffett. He has some good pointers for you on how to give him your money so he can get richer. So, if you're about that life, please push on with that, right? Any final thoughts before we close this one out, sir?
It's coming at you. They say first it's all slow and then all of a sudden, boom, it happens. I think that boom effect is coming pretty soon.
Exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter. We are STAKKFin there. We're also on Facebook, STAKKFin. You can skip Instagram though, because we're also on Spotify, STAKK. And until next time, brazen out.